Well, hello guys, Mark here with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, and as always, thank you guys for watching, commenting, and subscribing to the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, this just does not work. And I'm actually doing a little test right now to see how well the Netgear box works, how much it uses as far as live streaming. So we're going to do a little test right here for a little bit to see if in fact I'm going to have enough bandwidth or gigabytes, and to see how well it actually works as far as the bandwidth goes. And it looks like I have, okay, YouTube is not enough video to maintain the smooth stream, such as viewers are experiencing buffering. Okay, so let me try taking this one off, disconnect that stream, see if that helps, see if that bandwidth helps. Oh, let's try one other thing too here. Be right back. Okay, so, hey, how are we doing from Bordertown? We're doing a little test here to see if this does in fact work. I'm trying our Wi-Fi box. I'm actually in my basement, so it's probably not helping it any. To see how well we can get a signal, if we can get a signal, how much bandwidth it actually will take live streaming from my computer. So, that helped. Okay, so we're getting a little bit more stream. Let's see. This is actually an antenna set to hook to the Wi-Fi box. Earl Thomas is coming to Dallas. Well, I've been saying that for a while. We'll see if that's actually true or not. Let's see. Let me try getting this one onto the other one. That way I can see what the stream is actually doing. Get the other antenna hooked up. We're just trying a test of this Wi-Fi box to see how well it actually works, or if it will work for live streaming, because we need to know for sure that we can get a signal out. So let's put this, let's see, how long of a wire do we have? We'll put this one over here for now. Let's see. Looks like we're just getting a lot of buffering in here at the moment. Yeah, we only have 2 bars down here. What we're actually doing is I'm actually trying to do a little test of the Wi-Fi stream to see how well it works. And it looks like I'm doing a lot of buffering more than anything else. And it may be because I'm, of course, down in my basement, which is not going to help the signal any. And just trying to see if this is actually going to work or not. And also trying to get a feel for how much bandwidth it'll use as well. But it looks like actually it's not buffering now with the antennas. I'm going to try one other thing real quick. I'm actually going to set this outside and see if I get a better signal from there. What do I think of Jason Witten? Jason Witten is old, to say the least. Excuse me for 1 second, guys. Okay. Let's see if that actually helped the signal any. I actually set it outside. I'm breaking up. Yeah, I'm trying the live stream directly from the box to see how well it works and see if I can actually get a signal. It seems like I'm doing a little bit better, that it's not breaking up. Are you guys getting anything right now? Has it evened out? Are you getting? Well, I'm getting. Hey, it's actually green now, so maybe that's actually going to work a little bit better. Hey guys, Mark Holmes here. I'm doing actually a live stream test here because we're going to be remotely broadcasting from the draft. And well, okay. Right now, I've got a.
I mean, normally you don't get a signal down here, so
Well,
everything's better than what you have.
right. So here's.
That might be part of it too. You just
Well,
use
I've got it.
that
I've got it outside right now. So right now, actually, I've got a great signal. We're good. Okay, sound is okay. Video quality is okay right now. We're actually good. Okay, well that's a good thing. Now the question is how much will it burn up? And I'm going to actually change the other computer and add a second device to that and see what happens when I have two of them hooked up together. There's going to be about 270,000 people they're expecting at the draft. And with that many people there, we're going to see, I'm actually hooking up a second device to that Netgear box to see how well it does. Because we're going to have Best for Business is going to be also broadcasting as well. And I want to see if we're going to be able to do 2 live stream broadcasts and see how much bandwidth, because I literally have 50 gigabytes that we can use during the trip. And after that, it's like they weren't sure if it was going to be $15 for each gigabyte after that, or if it was going to be $25 for an additional 10. And it's like, okay, well, which one is it going to be? Because there's a big difference between the two. But we got a couple of things we're working out. There's going to be 270 people they're estimating to go to the draft. And what they're doing is on the backside facing the Ranger Stadium, they're basically taking the parking lot back there. All of that is going to be set up for the NFL experience. And what's going to happen is they're going to wall all that off because you have to go through the gates. You can't just walk right in. You have to go ahead and get the NFL Draft app to be able to get into it. And I'm going to tell you, here's what happens, because I've been to many drafts, Super Bowls, and all that. You want to get there early. One, parking is an issue, especially since they're taking a lot of the parking spaces from AT&T. So that's why they're using the Rangers Lodge H for buses and RV, because there are going to be a lot of people there. The second problem is going to be is the event starts at 12 o'clock. Well, it's also Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. It's not like Sunday when you have a game. So businesses are going to be open. They're not going to want you to go ahead and park there all day long, because now you're taking up spaces for potential customers. So that's going to be a problem parking-wise. Now, there's 2 things we can do. I'm looking at parking lot H, which is about 2,000 feet away. It's a walk past AT&T Road and boom, right there. But we can park 2 RVs there together, have generators, have DJ, music, and everything else, and have a hell of a party right there. But it's not right next to the stadium. Now, we can try and get parking spaces right across the street from the stadium and set up early, but then we don't have the RV, so it's kind of like we have less that we can use. I'm going to try something else here, guys. Let me try and change. We're actually streaming. The question, this is actually good, because depending on how much bandwidth this uses, we may end up using this setup for the road trip itself. So we got a camera on all the guys that are in there, and we have a camera that's showing the road and stuff. Or we'll go ahead and just use my Mevo camera and just have it shining straight ahead, which I can control. But I need to know what the bandwidth is going to be. Well, Corey, glad you could chime in. This is just a little test, nothing breaking news or anything like that. I just need to know how much bandwidth I've got to have for this thing. And I want to figure out, if I do a 15-minute broadcast, how much does that use with the 2 of these? So that way I'll be sure to have enough to broadcast through it. So chiming in, 270,000 people is what they're estimating. And I think back to Philadelphia's draft, because we were there all 3 days. We were covering actually a stinking New York Giant fan who won the United Way experience. Our hotel, we were about 1.5 miles away from the actual setup. The problem was there was no parking anywhere close to NFL experience and things. None. We ended up walking more times than not from the hotel to NFL Experience, which was a mile and a half away. The other thing is the lines to get in. If you're not there early, as you start getting closer to the draft, the lines get to be real long. So the question is, do we try and get in there in the middle of the madness, or do we keep that 2,000 feet away and be able to have a great setup? Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of you people are going to end up being parked a lot further away, or going to need to take mass transits to get down there. Think about it, guys. A normal Sunday game is about 90,000 people. They're talking about taking up some of the parking lot spaces, businesses being open, and 270,000 people. They estimated 100,000 people in downtown Philly for that draft. Well, we're in Dallas and everything's bigger. So let's switch cameras again here real quick and see. Okay, so still getting green bars. Earl Thomas is coming to Dallas. Well, you know, that's a sensitive subject here because I have been talking about that for quite a while and been basically getting, vilified for it, that I'm a clickbaiter and everything else. It's funny, though, because there's been so many times that I have literally been told, you're an idiot, you don't have any credibility, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. And then later on, things that I've said have come true. Now, let's be honest. Anything and everything that relates to football is next to impossible to figure out. It's the truth. It's harder than predicting the weather. You can have guys that you feel are a can't miss player that miss. Then you can have other guys that you think are going to be the real deal that stink. So we're going to have to look at that and say, okay, this is that, that. And I'm sorry, I'm kind of distracted because I'm seeing that I'm getting a red band. And right now the signal must be breaking up a little bit going out. So let's try. Well, we still got a signal. Let me take this device off and see what we get. Let's see if that helps out. Again, this is just going to be like a 15-minute chat just to see how well this works. But here's an interesting thing while we're waiting for this to switch over and see if the picture gets back on track is Jason Garrett. They're building up the good old all or nothing deal. And right now, they're talking about Jason Garrett is not just the clapper. They're saying Jason Garrett actually does some cussing. Jason Garrett actually gets into some people's ass. I really want to see that. I haven't seen it yet. Of course, it may be just a buildup. It may be fake drama. You till you break off. Okay, still sounds good on my end. Me too. Everything I tell my friends, they say I'm just dumb or stupid. Yeah, I get that all the time, but we'll have to see where it goes. Film productions, you should park the 2,000 feet away from the stadium because it will be a better experience. Well, that's the other thing, too, I'm thinking about, because it's parking for the buses and RVs, their lot spacing is going to be bigger, and we have two of those together. The grassy areas look like they're breaking up. Not good. Okay. Barkley falls to it. Okay. Let me try something here again, guys. Hold on. Let's go. Let's see. Still with the 5G. Hold on 1 second. Let me try something else real quick. Okay. Let's see if that's actually better now. What I've tried is actually moving the box a little bit closer because it's supposedly in 5G, but it's
The main thing,
outside.
The main thing is downstairs don't get good signal.
Yeah, I know we don't.
No,
downstairs.
I know. I know you have the antennas, but I'm saying down here you don't get a good signal.
Okay, let's see if it clears up any.
Because I'm running 3Gs down here.
Okay. On your end, it keeps loading. I would rather see Garrett cuss. Yeah. Yeah, I'd rather see Garrett cuss too. Okay, guys, did that clear up any for you? Checking the bandwidth on this. Let's see. Because we are a little further away.
Now maybe when you're outside, it'll probably be a better signal.
Well, hopefully. I think it is, but I'm still getting a red bar.
I'm talking about when we're at the stadium, we better signal when you're outside.
Yeah, but the only problem is when we're outside is the question will be is how many people would be using it. Okay, so right now, I'm going to turn the volume up on this.
What we do is the people that need to use the internet to use it.
Let's see.
Hey.
Yeah, but the only problem when we're outside is the question will be is how many people would be using it. Okay, so I actually do have sound on my end. It keeps loading. Okay. It's okay for now. All right, I'm going to go for a couple more minutes and see if that clears up any or if it still keeps locking and loading. Do I ever get nervous walking with Jobu? No, I'll be honest with you. I think people believe I'm crazy and won't mess with me. I've walked in Harlem at 2 a.m. in the morning with Jobu. I've been in the streets of Chicago with Jobu. I have been in New Orleans, and I have never had anybody mess with me. In fact, I was at a redneck bar in California where everybody turned their head and looked at you, and it felt like I was Eddie Murphy in one of those movies. But by the end of the night, Jobu was up on the stage. It's worse. It's worse. Okay. All right, so it's worse. Okay, let me try one more thing real quick, and then we'll end this.
Where's the Don't go outside if you need to eat. Mr. Leroy.
Okay. Did not need to do that.
Leroy.
We might have a problem. Okay, I guess that didn't clear up any. Then we're going to need to try a test in another location and see if it's going to be better. We may actually have a problem being able to live stream. Baking up bread, bad. Okay, all right, so we're going to stop the stream and try something else. And looking at how much bandwidth we've